What's up, YouTube? You've seen the long ass title, or the long ass name for this figure, rather. So I'm not even gonna bother introducing the figure because y'all can see it in the title. We're just gonna hop straight into the review because there's a lot to talk about with this figure. Um, First thing first, paint, sculpt work, and articulation. Well, painting and sculpt work first. This is the poster child, the epitome of being pulled right out of the screen and made into action figure format. Like, this figure is the likeness to the source material is on point. The colors are on point. Now, the lighting I have is a bit yellowish, so it can come off a bit yellow, but I promise you, the likeness and the colors are on point with this figure. The sculpt work is on point. The lines on the webbing is on point. Even that brick, like, let me see. See that brick like texturing on the costume? It's on point. Like, the there's not much I can say. The sculpted webbing on point. Now there is one thing I have a minor critique of, but we're gonna get to that when we talk about the accessories. As far as articulation and things of that nature, let's talk about it. So first, of course, as always, we start with the head. The head can wait. The head is on a ball joint. He could look up that far without even moving this other ball joint down here. He could look down that much without moving that too much. It's hard not to move both at the same time. But let's see. Oh shit, head popped off. That doesn't happen too often, so don't worry about that. But he could bury his chin into his chest, and he could look all the way up. That's phenomenal. Let's see, attitude or a little sauciness. Can he be saucy? Yeah. Spider-Man is a very smug kind of character. So having all this movement in just the head alone is perfect. Now, arm articulation. Butterfly joint, can he bring his arms forward? Well, he doesn't really have much of a butterfly joint, but he could definitely bring his arms forward. That's pretty good. He can have his hands touch, really. Now, swivel at the shoulder. Double double jointed elbow works wonderfully. And now, my favorite part, torso articulation. The torso of the if you can't articulate this, then what are you doing with your figure? Um, this top crunch is okay. It's some gapping back there, so that's not the best. But if you're a good poser, you can hide it. Let's see. You can lean back. Okay. Now where the real movement comes from is this bottom joint at the waist. Can he swivel? Oh yeah, yeah, he can swivel. Now this loose diaper part is gonna get in the way a little bit. But let's see at the waist. Woo! He can bend forward real nicely. He can bend forward really nicely. Like, I'm very happy with that. Now the only thing is the gapping. That's the only thing that sucks about it. But I think there's ways around that. Lean him back. He could touch. He could touch tomorrow, and he could touch yesterday, leaning forward and back respectively. Now let's go to the legs. I guess you could say slight swivel, slightest swivel, but you won't really be needing that. Uh, Double jointed knees works great, and this is probably the best on any Spider-Man to date. Toy Biz, Hasbro, Mafex. Because what they did is they left a little divot right here. So when you bend his knee, it fits right in like a dream. Works perfectly. Now, some people I could see being bothered by this divot, but once you get it in hand and you start pulsing it around, this is not going to bother you at all. Well, I can't say at all, depending on who you are. It may bother you, but it's not a big deal I promise you, it probably won't be a big deal for you. Now, let's see. Ankle articulation. Could move his foot down like that far. Bring it up pretty far too. Toe hinge. And let's see. You couldn't have a Spider-Man figure without this. Ankle rocker. Or any figure that you want to pose dynamically for that matter. Now let's do splits easy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. That's wonderful. Now let's see how far he could bring his legs back. Not too bad, not too bad. So in all, articulation for this guy is on point. Now we're going to get to the doozy, right? We're getting to the doozy. I have his kind of open palm hands. His super expressive hands. Please stand up. Right, wait. Do. All right, he's gonna have to stay like that for the moment. All right, now we're gonna move on to accessories because he got a lot. It's a lot to talk about. So as I was saying, he comes with 2 fist hands, 2 whipping hands with the web already attached, 2 kind of openish hands. I guess he'd be holding a newspaper. Which, funny enough, he came with the newspaper accessory, but I misplaced it. I don't know where it's at, but he does come with it. 2 wall crawling hands, 1 mug holding hand, and he comes with a thicker torso because, you know, Peter B. Parker right here, the older Peter, you know, he was doing a lot of stress eating, going through, like, I guess his midlife crisis. And so, you know, he got a little thicker, got a little more chubs on him. And here we have regular, well, I'm not going to call him regular, but blonde Peter. And we also get a surprise Spider-Man head. We get a finger sucking / finger licking hand. And we get 1 open holding hand. Don't mind the heads falling over. But yeah, we get I'm gonna use my hand for this. Right here. We get a looking off to the side head. Kind of suspiciously. I'm like, oh, what's going on over there? We get the as I just said, finger licking head. We get the nice, I guess, young blonde Peter for whatever reason. I wonder why they made him blonde in that movie. That's more of a Ben Reilly thing, not a Peter thing. But I guess you could say they both Peter in a way. But either way, as far as switching out the thicker torso piece and the pelvis piece, what you would do is, and I'm not going to completely do this on camera, but I'm going to just show you how the process works if you're curious. Take them apart here and here. You swap out the pieces and you can take the legs off as well. It's a very modular figure, and you will switch it out that way. And he snaps right in. Oof. Make sure it's aligned. Of course, be gentle with your figure. You spend a lot of money on this. You don't want this just breaking. Now, oh yeah, also, he comes with these 2 very expressive, oh my god, the reverse flow made a new video hands. Nah, I'm just joking. But, there's one more, there's actually a couple more accessories. Now, these 2 fist hands right here. I'm gonna put Spider-Man down real quick. They come with something very special. Something that any Spider-Man figure would be incomplete without. Comes with his webs. Wait, hold on. Hold on there. He comes with his webs. Specifically from that scene in Spider-Man 2 where he's trying to stop the train and he's webbing. He's shooting multiple webs to hold on to the building so he can slow down the train from crashing off the line. He comes with 2 of these, by the way, if I didn't say that already. And he comes with 2 of these single webs where he's just, you know, regular casual swinging from a building. And that's not all. That's not all. He also comes with this guard. Oh man, I'm gonna have to adjust the camera real quick. Excuse the background. Pay no attention to what's behind the curtain, guys. So he comes with this gargantuan gargoyle statuesque head. You know, this is where Spider-Man would be perched up looking over the city. He might be reading a newspaper, which once again I lost. But and all this accessory is probably where, if you got the deluxe version like me, this is probably where a lot of the cost is coming from. Of course, he comes with a shit ton of accessories, but I think this huge hunk of plastic is where a lot of the costs came from. And it has some nice texture in. If I could critique it, I would say I wish it had like some type of wash to go over to get into that to bring this texturing out more, because you know he lives in New York City. He's gonna have it's gonna be New York City is not the cleanest place, trust me. But besides that, you know you can mount this if you want, so that's really dope. If you want to mount this onto your wall somehow, you can do that. Sculpt is nice. Sculpt is clean. It's not much more I can say. This is a stellar figure. It's not much more praise I can give it. This is an easy contender for figure of the year. I mean, basically, like we're in June now, so roughly halfway through the year. Like once this month is over, we'll be halfway through the year. So, I'm really speechless with this figure. I'm very happy to have it. I think, if anything, if I'm gonna be critical once again, if anything is keeping this from being figure of the year, is the fact that the price point. Well, I got the deluxe version, which is damn near $200, but I think you get your money's worth. But yeah, if it's anything that would be keeping it from getting figure of the year, it'll be the price point. I think the version of the figure that's coming out without this head, this gargoyle statuesque thing, or lion head, whatever you want to call it, I think because the figure is done so well that it doesn't really it's a stellar figure sculpt wise and paint wise and everything, look wise, just the likeness to the source material wise, it's a stellar figure. So with that being said, I think I covered. Oh yeah, one last thing. Where's the ruler? Bear with me for inches. I thought my camera shut off for a second. I was about to go berserk. But yeah, just a little bit over 6 inches. He'll fit right in with your Marvel Legends if you want to pose him with those figures. But with that being said, the reverse flow out.